What is up, folks? Briston Gaming back with another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly, the show where we help you figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, as you can see here, we've got a couple POI mods we're going to cover, and then one mod that's really going to add some lore and spice to the game, and one that's more of a quality of life mod. But before we jump into anything, I want to take a second to say thank you to the mod authors and everybody who has liked and subscribed, because you guys, you know, the support really means a lot to me. And then the mod authors, you guys have been doing really cool work, and I know you guys are planning something really cool for Alpha 20, and I can't wait. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into our first mod, and our first mod is called the Tesko Supermarket by Survivor Andy, and this thing is massive. My computer can't handle this POI. This thing is so damn big, and there's so much here. It does not render incorrectly until after I'm starting to go through it. Like, you see how it looks like a hill off in the distance, and that's not just because of how it spawned in. My computer just can't handle it. Like when I generate the world and stuff, it does not handle it. Like see how it just kind of fades? My computer just cannot handle this POI. It is super big, but it looks really, really good. Like, I think Survivor Andy, you know, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll continue to say it. Survivor Andy has done just a fantastic job. And I am in the world editor right now. It's the only way I can actually get this thing to be kind of stable, because if I try doing it in just a normal gameplay, it's just, my computer cannot handle it. But this thing is just super cool. I love how huge this parking lot is. And the reason I like big POIs like this is, one, they're fun for quests and stuff like that, but also you can turn stuff like this into really cool bases. And with having a super huge parking lot like this, you have plenty of space to build different style of horde bases, to test out different builds and stuff like that. Speaking of horde bases, make sure you guys check out the video I've got coming out this week for how to build a horde base from start to scratch. So this is the inside of the POI, and there's just so much here. There's just so much to loot, so much to explore here. It's very big and open. You guys are going to have a ton of fun with this. And you could even turn this inside into a really awesome horde base, because you've got so much room. There is so much here. This thing is just insanely huge. But Survivor Andy does really nice, really big builds. Like, I just cannot stop singing Survivor Andy's praises. It's just, these things are always so good. I love these POIs. They're so big and so fun. Oops, sorry. I was still on the gently walking on the roof, as opposed to up here looking at everything. Like, look at all this awesome sauce that's up here too. Oh, man, this just looks so good. And then he's got written, I say he, sorry if you're not, but help us written here. I think that just looks awesome. And then, of course, there's the way down into the roof over here. Come through here, and then you climb up. Oh, man, there's so much here. This thing is just so big. It's so cool. Damn, Survivor Andy, you are a freaking rock star when it comes to creating POIs. Like, this is just super cool. All right, folks. Sorry, I know I gush a lot, but I love these really big POIs like this. I love how they look. They hit that little special button for me. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next mod. All right, folks. So our next mod is called the Trader Lore by KH Music, or, as a friendly viewer corrected me, Kilohertz Music, if you want to call them that. I'm just gonna say KH because it's, you know, I think it sounds shorter. It could be the same length, I don't know. But it's a really cool mod that when you come and you talk to the traders, they actually give some lore. So you click on, can you give me some information? And you've got all these different things here. I'm going to say Navezgane. You say Navezgane is Navezgane County, Arizona is one of the last true Edens on Earth, where crops can still grow. It is mostly Appalachian Indian reservation territory. So we're going to click on the Duke. The Duke became the boss of Navezgane after the apocalypse. He controls the economy and what remains of the military. So you could say, what is the relationship with the Duke? We stay out of each other's business. What did he do before the apocalypse? Before he was the Duke of Navezgane, Gunnery Sergeant Fernando Braganza, god damn, I am bad with names, folks, I'm so sorry, was a drill instructor for the Marine Corps at Camp Navajo. How did he become the boss of Navezgane? He has been there for as long as I can remember. What does he want? He wants to reestablish order and restore civilization, is willing to use force to do it. Why is he called the Duke? I don't know. And then it just kind of circles back. So the reason why I love this mod so much is because I love having lore like this. And now this lore is not necessarily the direction the Fun Pimps wanted to go. But the Fun Pimps haven't added any lore, so to hell with them. I like this. I love lore in general. But I've also been working with Furious Ramsey and helping, produce some lore and stuff for different mods. And I think this is just awesome that this lore is here. Now, yeah, granted, this lore is more, American Midwest or Southwest, Arizona specifically. But still, this is badass that there's lore like this in the game. And I think KH Music or Kilohertz Music has done a phenomenal job with this. That's why I like this mod. And there's so much more that could be added to this that it's so crazy how they've done this. And it's just something small, but it adds lore in that makes the world feel dynamic to me, at least. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next mod. All right, folks, so our next mod is called the Advanced Chemistry Station by Xylox, and it's a small quality of life mod that is unfortunately not XML, so you have to have it on both client and server if you want to use it for multiplayer. But it's really neat. So you come in here, and the chemistry station doesn't require fuel and doesn't attract screamers. So like I said, it's a small quality of life, because there's some stuff in here that I don't like having to have the fuel to do in the chemistry station. So this just, it lets you, work without having to have that. And aesthetically, it looks a lot better than the normal chemistry station. At least to me, it does. I think this might actually be from a separate mod where they just kind of tweak some stuff. I'm not 100% on that, but it does look really neat. And unfortunately, it's a little wonky when you place it down because of how it looks. So when you put it down, you actually have to come back a couple blocks. Otherwise, you'll take out a wall like I did here. But it does look kind of neat. And with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the last mod. All right, folks, so our last mod is called the Survivor Camp by Malice / some stuff I'm not going to try to say. And it's actually a really cool little mod. I'm actually going to go here and go into fly mode. Now, it's a cool little POI. It's non-linear, like, most of the rest of them and stuff are. But it actually is kind of thematically really looking cool because it fits in with the vanilla POIs. So you've got all these different little things to loot. The developer for this actually made it a lot more vanilla friendly than a lot of the other POIs you're going to find, where the loot's not super overabundant, the zombie loadout's not super crazy, there's not, or too little. It's actually pretty well put together, and it actually looks, it looks pretty good. And this actually fits in the wasteland, fits in the desert, fits in everywhere where you can get it to spawn, and it just looks kind of neat. Whoa. Hey, now. Hey, come on. Get in the door. Get in the door. Go through the... Okay. I'll go full ghost mode and zip through that way. But, small little house here. A little upstairs. So, like I said, it's not ridiculously huge, but it is actually a really cool looking base. And you can do a lot with this if you decided, you wanted to actually turn this into something for yourself. I'm actually in the world editor right now. I just spawned it in, figured, we'll just do it like this, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. But it looks kind of cool. And you could put this on roads or, wherever, or however you can get it to spawn in if you do nitrogen or kinggen or whatever. I don't actually know how to set up the lines for those, but, it looks really cool. Like, I like the way this thing looks. A little trailer here so you can have friends, little sleeping area and stuff, and just looks good. I like it. It's a very functional looking POI, and not being linear like a lot of the rest of them makes it just a little bit more fun, at least in my book. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did. I hope you had fun. Make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have fun. Take it easy. We'll see you next time.